Okay, we're starting our trip now. Kind of impromptu, sort of organized. Not really. I'm preparing for Gong Show. Bruce is preparing for organization.
I'm the anti-entropy guy.
It starts here. This is classified as mile 0 of the Carmi section. Grand Forks is that way a little bit. We're in Midway right now. This is the old Kettle River Train Museum. I really don't know anything about it. I don't know where the trail starts. We're just gonna make it up as we go. Stopping for a little break. We're 13.6 kilometers in now. Mine says 13.6. We're on the east side of the river. Girls are doing pretty good.
Get them suitors out of your mouth, turkeys.
They haven't fallen asleep yet. The last.
Use the soother so that they don't dash their teeth together bouncing around.
There's Bruce with his bullet. He's a fan. He's actually got an electric motor in there, but he's half refusing to use it because he's got to make it last for the 4 days ish. After we left Midway, we actually ran over a snake back there. It wasn't a rattler, but after we left Midway, we cruised underneath the bridge. Road went to the west side. We headed on the east, and it kind of cruised this field. It's a bit rough. Us with the trailers were wide, so a few sections we had to stop and walk over the rocks, but we made it pretty good. Up here it looks like we're back onto a road, and I think we actually keep on this road for a good while until we get to the other side of Westbridge, other side of Rock Creek. But we'll see what happens. We just got to Rock Creek. Here's the Rock Creek Fairgrounds, if any of you have ever been there. Big red barn. And a nice fancy gate with some grizzly bears on it. But it's locked. I think we've already passed through 6 fences where we could open them and close them behind us or leave them in the state that we found, but this one not so much. We've made it here now. I think it's 25 kilometers from Midway. This is the train track bridge. It crosses the Kettle River. This is the first time we've crossed it so far. All old metal. This is right at the Provincial Park campground. Definitely been refurbished for bikers and such to enjoy. Little log snafu there. It took us about 2.5 hours to get here. We got a few stops. Got locked in that one thing. Remember I said we got caught behind that gate? Apparently we missed a gate. And we ended up in that guy's yard. There was a detour, but we didn't see that. So a nice gentleman stopped, called the landowner, and he came and let us through. So we didn't have to backtrack a couple kilometers. So that worked out very well for us. Later in the year, it's June now. This river is quite low. We used to jump off this thing, swim around, so we'd float down the river. It's a nice campground picnic area. I think we have about 10 more kilometers to go till we get to Zamara. Shannon's family lives, and we're going to spend the night there. What's happening, Liddy? You doing some climbing? How do you like the bike trip so far? Are you having fun? Yeah, is it good? You going to give it a thumbs up? You going to climb? Good work, Bax. No, we don't want to go all the way to the top. Cruising the campground now. It's actually a really nice area. Unfortunately, when that fire came through in, what year was that? 2015. It left quite the trail. Let the little ones out of the chariot to go stretch your legs for a while. How you doing, lady? You're coming back. Whoa. Easy there. Keep going. and they actually book it pretty good. Doing over 8 kilometers an hour with those little legs in a pair of Crocs. Right, we got a creek crossing. It says Ed James. We're maybe 2 kilometers outside of that park, and we got this. It's gonna be interesting. Bruce thinks he's gonna bike the whole thing, so we're gonna see what happens here. He does have an electric motor, but I think he's gonna be interesting. Oh, stuck on the log.
I can climb that.
We left at 2 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock now, so that's basically 4 hours of biking time. Look at my little deal on the bike. It said we were biking for 2 hours and 45 minutes, so a lot of breaks in there. It worked out to being, let me push a button here, I can't remember. Oh, there's the 2 hours and 45 minutes riding time and 32.2 kilometers of travel. So that's the first leg of our journey. Like you say, we started at Midway, 2 hours and 45 minutes cycling. And all in all, pretty good. There was, I think, 12 gates that we had to open and close. There's a few more that were already open. The old farmer's rule, if you find it open, leave it open. You find it closed, close it behind you.
I put the water on this. I put the water on this flamingo water.
Oh, did you? The flamingo water. Okay. Sorry, the girls have flamingo ice cubes. So there was a few gates in there. There was a few narrow sections where we had to stop and get off the bike because we had to jockey around the rocks and the girls were getting bounced around pretty good. There was that one part a little ways back with Bruce trying to go through the creek. We definitely didn't even attempt that. The girls walked around it, could have carried over top of that log as well. All in all, pretty good. A few slippery sections, just loose gravel and well-packed trail. I'd say we averaged 12 kilometers an hour or so, and that's comfortable for us. We definitely slowed down in spots. We don't want to shake the girls up too much. I think our under evaluation was today, I believe, was 31 degrees out, so we should have packed a bit more. I think we had 4.5 liters for all of us, not including Bruce, just us set. And we were running out, getting thirsty by the end. Granted, if it was 10 degrees cooler, you'd be doing a lot better. This is my little modification here to the bike. We noticed before on the rail trail, the Okanagan rail trail, that sand was just kicking up off the tires, and it's all over the girls' laps. So we're hoping that would divert some of the debris on them. It does have a plastic screen on the cruiser here, but also has a mesh on the plastic screen. Just makes like a terrarium, and they sweat it up in there. So we'll see how it goes. It is a bit of a windshield. Slows you down, but that's alright. It's a work in order. We're doing with what we have. Still our original bike that we bought from Tandem Go-Go. We put a rack on. We actually upgraded these brakes this year. It just had normal pad brakes. This bike is obviously from the 70s or early 80s or something like that. So we put Magura hydraulic rim brakes on it now, so it stops way better. Changed some different handlebars for Shannon so she sits more upright. I put a different stem on this because it was just too much of a reach for me out, and it's a bit low actually right now. I didn't actually have the right size stem on it, so it's kind of sort of farmered in there. I cut up a pop tin and rolled it up and put some aluminum tape on to make it work, but you're going with what you got. Well, we packed up, left some more 10:15ish, a bit late. We made it a whopping 2.3 kilometers, and now we have thunder, lightning, it's pouring rain. We're in Westbridge. We did find a little trail log here, Shannon signing our name, and we have our full gear today. So steering is different, speed is different. Everything's a bit more effort. But I'm hoping this rain will burn off. I don't know if it will. Just some old wear-away signs. Trail's pretty good. There were some logs. We ran down here a couple weeks ago, and there were some logs, and they're gone now. Someone cut them out. But We're heading up this valley, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully some of that blue gap in there that you can barely see will come our way. Rain's kind of stopped a bit of blue sky in the opposite direction. We just passed a place called Taurus, an old railway stop, I guess. And now we've come across this. Bruce powered through it. We're lying a bit low in that trailer. Not quite willing to let the girls' butts get wet. So I think we're going to offload, maybe do some shimmy carrying, try to find a way to get across here. We're about 21 kilometers from Zamara. We probably have another 10-15 before Beaverdale.
We got a lot of thunder right now. We're gonna push on. We're not too far out of Beaverdale, still south of Beaverdale. It's a long struggle today.
I think the bike could, but I'm not sure.
The glory days are over, guys. We've been cruising for, let's look at the clock here now. We've done 46.7 kilometers. We just passed Carmi. We're just right in Carmi, sorry. We have, it's 5:30. We're a bit, definitely slower than we wanted. 4 hours and 19 minutes cycling time. We've done 47 kilometers today. So there's just another checkpoint here. We stumbled across this house here, and I don't fully understand, but there's a whole bunch of creepy dolls and teddy bears on the side of this shed. What do you think, girls?
There's teddy bears.
There's a lot of you don't find them creepy or gross at all. They're just teddy bears to you. Maybe I'm the weird one. But we've had a few rain delays. Half hour here, half hour there, hiding in the trees. But I think all in all, pretty good. Everyone's still in good spirits.
Yeah.
The girls are slowly collecting up in sand in there. But we'll probably push on for another hour maybe. See how far we can get. Find a nice place to camp on the side of the road and get some fresh water.
I think we've cycled about 52 kilometers today. We are at the bridge.
Fire pit. We're all settled in now. We're spending our second night, I guess, Wilkinson Creek Bridge. If you're looking at a map, there's a big loop that cuts in from Carmi and basically crosses the river way up, following the road. It's a 100 meter gap. Following the trail, it's probably a 3 kilometer one way. It's actually wide open space, lots of room. We've got ourselves nestled in here. Schmecky. And we have got our tent set up. Bruce is over there. Shannon made us a nice, heated up some butter chicken for dinner. Already a fire pit here. Some creek access. How's everybody doing? Yeah, we got some wet feet, some sore legs, and hungry bellies, and girls that were kept up for 8 hours and might not want to go to sleep.